Hey guys, so today I want to talk all about 29ers versus 27.5. What are the differences between the two in the real world? What will be the best for you? And things you should know before you buy. Now the people say on a 29er you've got more grip because there's a bigger surface area at the bottom of the tire. Now while that might be true for really tall riders, it just simply is not true for short to medium sized riders. And I'll explain to you why. Right. Now, this is your ground to axle height. Now that is higher on a 29er than it is on a 27.5. Now when you enter a corner leaning, you don't lean like this. You lean your bike like this, because your weight has to stay on top of the grip in order for the side knobs to dig in and give you traction. Now, at the same speed, you're going to have to lean a 29er more than a 27.5 because that height is higher. Now for a taller rider, it'll be fine because he's going to keep his weight on top of the knobblies even if he leans into the corner. But for a short to medium sized rider, it's going to be really hard to keep his weight on top of the grip. Now if your weight moves off the grip, you're simply just going to have a slide out, or if you want to keep your grip, you're going to be up straight more, and then you're going to have to hit the brakes going into the corner. So it's way harder for a small to mid-sized rider to ride a 29er bike to its full limits. Next, I want to talk about tire clearance. If you are a medium to shorter rider and you go over jumps, off drops, you hit a rock that bucks the back wheel up, you do steep sections, that wheel is going to hit you in the bum. I myself am 175 meters tall. I've ridden 27.5 and 29, and I have to say the 29er constantly hits me in the bum, and that once again makes it hard to ride the bike at the limits. If I'm totally honest, even going from 26 inch to 27.5, the wheel started hitting me in the bum way more often. Now, it is true that a 29er bike will roll faster because obviously if you have a bigger wheel, everything else becomes smaller. But please don't let that be your decision into buying a 29er rather than a 27.5. There are a lot of things that plays a role in how fast your bike roll. For example, the rubber compound on your tires, the type of tire, the tire pressure, the geometry of the bike, how fast your hub bearings roll. All of those things play a part in how fast your bike roll, not just the wheel size. Also, 27.5 size wheels give manufacturers a lot more room to play with geometry. For example, on a 27.5, because the axle is lower and the wheel is smaller, they've got a lot more room to play with your chainstay length. You can lean the bike easier because the ground to axle is lower, like I said before. And that's why so many riders go to mullet bikes, because you've got the rolling abilities of the 29er wheel in front, and you've got the cornering, leaning and handling abilities of the 27.5 wheel at the back. I also want to say that you can't really go as wrong with buying a 27.5 bike as you can with a 29er bike, because a taller rider could ride a 27.5 bike very easily, whereas a shorter to medium sized rider will struggle more to handle the 29er bike. That's my opinion, just some things I've noticed riding both bikes in my career. I really hope these tips have helped you guys. Next videos will be coming soon.